This video is going to demonstrate how to view your budget overview on project IDs. To begin, I started with the main UTSA webpage. The easiest way to access PeopleSoft is to go to My UTSA, UT Share PeopleSoft. If you don't see this box, that is okay. Just simply click on Allow me to pick from a list, and then select your institution. Hit Continue. The login is the same login that you use each day on your UTSA computer or laptop. The first thing that we're going to do is set up your budget overview page. When you're in PeopleSoft, go to the top main menu. You'll see that these are not in alphabetical order. If needed, simply click on the up or down arrows to sort. We will go to Commitment Control, Review Budget Activities, Budget Overview. We're going to set up a new value for your project IDs. To begin, click on Add a New Value. The inquiry name is limited by characters, but you can select anything that you want as this is your personal page. For purposes of this demonstration, I will select ONR. You can just leave it as ONR, you can add in a year, whatever you want to do. Click Add. At the top, I like to put in the project ID and then a description afterwards to help me ensure that I'm looking at the correct project. Again, you can put whatever you want here to help you remember or to help you name the project that you're looking for. You will come down and next to Ledger Group, you will click on the magnifying glass and you will select Grants Child. For projects, it always has to be Grant Child. The Ledger Group does not need to change. The detailed budget period does not need to change. The From and To sections should be left blank. This allows you to review the entire award period and does not limit it by year. You'll see several chart fields down here. These are all used to help you search for a project ID by department, cost center, business unit, and so forth. Since we know our project ID, we will click next to project, delete the %, and then enter the project ID number. When you enter this information, hit Save. Once it has saved, we can go up here and hit the Search button. Here is your award information. As you can see, it's not going to have details in regards to the sponsor or even the PI. The very top shows you your total award budget. The expenditures are the total expenditures to date, encumbrances, and so forth. This down here is your available budget to date. There are several different sections in the budget overview. The account column is basically separated by type of expenditure. For example, salary, benefits, so forth. There is a chart that we will provide, as unfortunately PeopleSoft does not name these and instead assigns these codes. The fund is basically determines whether this is a research or a non-research project, as does the function. The department is the department where the project is held. All projects are a PeopleSoft business unit of UTSSP, which is basically an acronym for sponsored programs. And then, of course, you have your project ID, your budget that was initially awarded per category, expenditures, encumbrances, your available budget in each category, and the percent available. There's a couple of options that you have when viewing your project. The first is you can click on this arrow to pop this screen out. That way you see everything in one setting without having to scroll back and forth. Another option is to personalize this information. For example, there are certain things that you might not want to see. Perhaps you don't care about the fund code. If you don't want to see that, you can click it as hidden, and then it will not show up each time you pull up your account information. To view expenses, you simply click on the line. So the first one we're going to look at is under the expense column, salary. As long as you see this circle moving in the corner, you know that PeopleSoft is doing something. The salary, again, does not provide very much information. It will provide a transaction date and an amount. However, this will give you a general idea of the expenditures that are posting and the available amounts in each category. Here's a better example of other direct cost. If we click on the expense, it will break it down into the expenditures that have hit the project. In categories such as other direct costs and stipends and tuition, you have the opportunity to view what the expense is. So for this example, we will click on the drill down button. Next to the report ID, you will see another icon. You can click on that. And this is going to open a new screen for you to view this report ID and see exactly what the expenditure is. As long as you don't have a pop-up, I suppose. This is a good example, as since we saved our existing value, all I have to do is hit on the search button, go down to the O&R or whatever account that I named and click on it and hit search. It'll bring me right back to that page without having to fill in all this information again. We'll go back to where we left off. Click on the drill down, report ID, and here is our expense report. Obviously this was a trip. We can see what we need to see on this information. You can see if it's been approved, which it looks like this was approved on Friday. You can see the amount and so forth. When you're done, since it opens in a new tab, simply close out the tab, hit OK, and you're right back to where you left off. The same holds true for the voucher ID. You'll see that they have different numbers, and if you need to view them and see what they are, that's one way to do it. For items such as salary and benefits, you can work with your RSE to help you determine who the salary belongs to and the period that the salary is posting. Here's another example. 4140 is a scholarship and fellowship line. So if we click on the expenditures, similar to the salary, it will show us the transaction date and an amount, but it does not show us who the scholarship belongs to. Anything that is referenced by a journal ID will not have details. If it's referenced by an expense report or a voucher ID, it will have details. When you're done reviewing your project, You don't have to hit save again or do anything. It's already saved in there. You can simply return to budget overview at the top. So if you have more than one grant, you go to budget overview and you start all over. Say that you did not want to save the project ID as you did, or your grant has ended and you no longer need it. You simply pull up the record you created, hit this trash can, and it's no longer there. I hope that this information is valuable and helps you to learn how to navigate through your project ID. If you have any questions, please contact the RSE and we will be happy to walk you through this process. Thank you.